Hi, good morning. My name is Sheikh Ismaiel Basha from Department of Botany and K.B.N College. Today discuss about the fifth chapter in Bryophytes. Right, it is a first semester syllabus synopsis. Right, Bryophytes. Right, Bryophytes. The term Bryophytes originates from the word bryon meaning mosses and phyton meaning plants. Bryophyta includes embryophytes like mosses, hornworts and liverworts. These are small plants that grow in a shady and damp area. They lack vascular tissues. They don't produce flower and seeds. Instead, they reproduce through spores. The study of bryophytes is called as bryology. And the another one is, why are the bryophytes called amphibian plants? Right, the bryophytes are called amphibian of the plant kingdom because they are terrestrial plant but require water to complete their life cycle at the time of sexual reproduction. So told that the bryophytes called the amphibian plants. Right, next, the general characteristics of bryophytes. The plants occurs in damp and shaded areas. The plant body is thallus like a protostrate or erected. It is attached to the substratum by the rhizoids, which are unicellular or multicellular. They lack two vegetative structure and have a root-like, stem-like and leaf-like structures. Plants lack the vascular system. This vascular system is nothing but xylem and phloem. The dominant part of the plant body is gametophyte, which is the haploid. The thalloid gametophyte is differentiated into rhizoids, axis and leaves. The gametophyte bears multicellular sex organs, is a photosynthetic. The antheridium produces antherozoids, which are the biflagellate. The shape of an archegonium like a flask and produce one egg. It is the classification of bryophytes. Bryophyte is a classes into three classes: Hepaticopsida, Antheroceropsida, Bryopsida. It is the orders. It is orders with the orders like a or some of the orders classes orders. Right. According to the latest classification, Bryophyta is divided into three classes. Hepaticopsida is nothing but liverworts. Anthoceratopsida is nothing but hornworts. Bryopsida nothing but mosses. Like it is the classification of the Bryophyta. And reproduction of Bryophytes is a sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction common. The sexual reproduction antheridium is the male sex organ, and archegonium, the archegonium is a female sex organ. They produce the sperm and egg. After fertilization, zygote is formed. Asexual reproduction takes place of fragmentation or bud or gemma cups. Right, the fragment is nothing but the formation of the algae or bryophytes. The stem is like a small pieces. The small piece grow into the full form of the plant growing. Right. Importance of the bryophytes. The importance of bryophytes is the use to the medicinal uses in research, packing material and food, and indicator of plants in seed beds. The formation of stones. The use to the bryophytes. Right. Next one is the bryophytes. The Marchantia. The Marchantia is a genus of bryophytes. They are liverworts and found in the moist and shady places. They lack two roots, stem and leaves. The plant body is thalloid. Right. The classification of Marchantia, the how to predict the Marchantia is nothing but the kingdom is a plant, division is the Hepaticophyta, classes Hepaticopsida, order is Marchantiales, family is a Marchantiaceae, genus is a Marchantia, the Marchantia. Alright. The characteristics of Marchantia, the common habitat is moist and shady places. The plant body is thalloid. The thallus is dorsiventral, flat and dichotomously branched. The gametophyte is the dominant phase of the plant life. The dorsal surface contains the diamond-shaped marking which has a central pore. The middle of the gaseous exchange. There are chambers present internally beneath the polygonal markings. The ventral surface contains the scales and rhizoids. The rhizoids are unicellular on the root-like structure. The main function is to anchor to plant to substratum and absorb the water and minerals. The reproductive bodies are present on the dorsal surface. They bear a cup-shaped structure called gemma for a sexual reproduction. The sexual reproductive organs are born on the stalk called antheridiophore and archegoniophore. They contain male and female reproductive organs called the antheridia and archegonia respectively. Right. The Markantia reproduction, the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is Markantia is by fragmentation or forming the specialized structure known as a gemma. The gemma structure, see that they reproduce the asexual by the gemma, which are asexual buds. They are formed in the receptive place known as a gemma cups. Gemma cups are present on the dorsal surface near the midrib of the gametophyte thalli. The gemma are multicellular and green. The gemma detach from the parental plant and germinate to give rise to the new plant. Right. Next one, sexual reproduction. The Markantia is dioecious. Male and female sex organs develop on different thalli. Male reproductive organ is antheridia and the female reproductive organ is archegonia. Right. Fertilization, they need water for the fertilization like other bryophytes. The neck canal cells and the ventral canals, the cell distinction from the mucilage moss which oozes out as the archegonia swell after the absorbing the water. Right. It is next one is sporophyte, and in the formation of sporophyte, the diploid zygote does not undergo the meiosis immediately. It rather divides mitotically and develops into a multicellular structure called as a sporophyte. The sporophyte is a differentiation into root, seta and capsule. It is not free living stage, it is depending on the gametophyte for the nourishment. This is the life cycle of Markantia. See that this is the picture. The antheridospores, antheridia, stems, archegonium to form the antheridia, both are fertilization after form the zygote. This is the gemma to form the thallus male antheridospores. It is the life cycle of the Markantia. Right, Funaria is a moss with about 210 species, known 18 from India. It is commonly known as a cord mosses. The word Funaria was taken from the Latin word funis, the meaning rope. It is a cosmopolitan bryophytes that is found in the both tropical and temperature region of the world. It grows well in the moist and shady places. It grows densely in patches of a bright green color. It can be found living on river banks and moist walls, rocks and rock crevices, humidity soils and tree trunks. The classification of Funaria, the kingdom is a plantae. Division is a Bryophyta, class is a Bryopsida, orders a Funariales, family is a Funariaceae, genus is a Funaria, the plant is a, there is life structure is the Funaria, right? The extomorphology of Funaria, the Funaria is divided into two stages, leafy, gametophyte and sporophyte. The gametophyte is the main plant body that is represented by the juvenile and adult stage. The haploid plant body is divided into stem, leaves and rhizoids. The stem is erect, branched, green and photosynthetic. The branches arise from the lower portion of the stem. The leaves are arranged spirally on the stem. They are scattered towards the base and crowded at the apex. They are sessile and almost ovate in shape and have a distinct midrib. The stem is fixated on the substratum on the rhizoid. They are branched and multicellular and appear like a root hairs. It is the extomorphology of the Funaria. Right. The reproduction of Funaria. The Funaria reproduced by both vegetative and sexual methods. Right. The vegetative reproduction is by the primary protonema, secondary protonema, bulbils, gemma, aposphere. This is the formation of the vegetative reproduction involve the some types. Right. Next one is the sexual reproduction. In Funaria, sexual reproduction is a oogamous type. The male reproductive structure is a antheridium and the female reproductive structure is a archegonium. The plant is a monoecious and means nothing but both male and female reproductive organ on the same plant, right? That is called monoecious. And autocenous, male and female reproductive organs grow on different branches of the same plant. Different plant of the same plant is called as a autoceous, right? Next, the life cycle of Markantia. Right, the Funaria gametophyte, no, there is not even the life cycle of Funaria gametophyte, the antherize, the egg fuses, fertilization, zygote, embryo, Funaria, archegonia, spore, mother cell, meiosis, spores, it is the, right. Next one, evaluation of sporophyte in bryophytes, right. There are mainly two theories regarding the evaluation of sporophytes, the theory of progressive evaluation, the theory of regressive evaluation. right? The theory of progression was told that according to this theory, the early sporophyte of bryophytes was uncomplicated and almost all of the sporogenous tissue was fertile. Example, Resica. And from this type of sporophyte, the more complex sporophytes are said to be evolved by the process of progressive sterilization of potential sporogenous tissue. This theory is also known by the name of the theory of sterilization. Right, it told that the theory of progressive evaluation is the main important sterilization told that. Next, theory of regressive evaluation. According to this theory, the simplest sporophyte of Resica is most advanced kind, which is said to have evolved by the simplification or progressive reduction of the more complicated sporophytes of the masses. This is also known as retrogressive theory. It is the name retrogressive theory. Right. It is the our topic. Right. Okay. Thank you.